Hey everybody, it's Coffee with Mick. Frank and I's discussion about whatever the hell I want to talk about in the morning. Just rewatched Castlevania yesterday. Still holds up, still holds up. Especially like the twist with the main villain. Spoilers incoming. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Varney the Vampire as Death, and it was just so good. Which is even funny because we all thought they got Malcolm McDowell just to play a comic relief character. It's like, nope, main villain, and it rules. It works. And his dialogue doesn't really change that much. He's still such a whiny little shit afterwards. And then, after that gigantic climactic battle with Death, the really weird epilogue episode. Like, ah. Like, for one, the bit with the Nor was really depressing. That was, ooh, man. Just gave up on life, she did. The part with Belmont and friends, it was cute, but I kind of feel like he could have they could have just easily ended it with his battle against Death and ended it from there. It's also like, how did he survive that? And they just said, oh, the portal to the infinite corridor, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then that weird epilogue with Vlad and Lisa. And it's like, how are they alive? Are they just walking around content with their codependency that they're both useless without the other? You better turn Lisa, Vlad, or else we saw what happened last time you lost her. She went crazy, crazy. Ooh. And now I'm on Castlevania Nocturne with Trevor and Sypha's descendant Richter Belmont, or is it Victor Belmont or Hector Belmont, Michter Belmont, Clichter Belmont, Smichter Belmont. It's Richter. I'm pretty sure. Where he fights vampires with his cousin, who's a summoner, and his aunt, who's a speaker magician. I think she's his cousin. Yeah. My one friend hates her costume, Maria. She thinks, why does she looks like a goddamn court jester or something. It's looking different. It's just kind of awkward going from the original Castlevania series to this. Time skips are always awkward. It's at least better like that one Dragons show where it's based in the future of How to Train Your Dragon. You know, where Jeremy Shada plays the main character who's supposed to be the descendant of Hiccup and Astrid. And it did not work. Jeremy, you did the best you could. You played a good awkward teen very well, but it just screams none of the original people from the original film worked on this show. Because if I want to talk about that, I gotta talk about that Megamind, the something of something. People have been waiting I don't know, 20 years for a Megamind sequel, and what we get is something so straight to DVD it hurts. Ugh. So straight to DVD it hurts. Yeah. I've also been watching a lot of X-Men, the 92 series, very good. I didn't really know who Gambit was when I first watched that show, and most of the X-Men. And also what I just find insane is Gambit was introduced 1990. He's one of the most iconic characters in the series. Comics, animated movies, yada yada. And he appears 30 years down the line. And that happens with a lot of X-Men. It's like a Rogue 75, Storm 75, Colossus 75. 75 was a big year for mutants. Yeah. Whew. Wolverine 1970, I think. Or is that 73? I forget. Ugh. Man. I mean, it made sense for them having to change the roster so much, and also why they don't put Angel in most of the cartoons, because he's so freaking boring. As a main character, like, Evolution had him, Wolverine and the X-Men had him, but I think in Wolverine the X-Men, he was even like a freaking like antagonist for a little bit, working with his evil dad or something. I don't know. Yeah, and Iceman. Him being gay is technically a retcon, but honestly, I'm okay with it. What I felt weird was just how Jean Grey outed him in the Bendis run. That book had a lot of problems. I mean, probably would have made more sense if Iceman was bi, because it did seem like he was in love with the female characters in the past incarnations. But hey, get your queer rep while you can. It's the goddamn 2000s. We're not good at this yet. But yeah, like, they were supposed to be like time displaced versions of the X-Men from like the very beginning, like the 60s. And, the whole thing was like they were learning things as they were going on, but the adult X-Men were also their own characters, I think, at first. Technically, they were like supposed to be time clones. But Jean Grey was supposed to be exact same as what she was back then. And now here she is being a telepathic sociopath, brainwashing people, reading people's minds, revealing their secrets. It didn't match up. It didn't match up. That, and honestly, Brian Michael Bendis can't write a telepath to save his life. Brian, you're nice. You're a nice person, but you can't write telepaths. You're bad for writing telepaths. And that's that cup of coffee. Listen to me, Brian. No telepaths for you.